At Rewind, back at you with our summer series. Today we are in beautiful Costa Mesa at the Corona Del Mar Golf Tournament. We're joined by the newest member to the CdM coaching staff, Coach Brett Brown. Coach, thank you for being here today. How did you shoot out on the golf course?
I did okay. I did okay.
Okay,
We'll leave it at that. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to quit my day job to play golf here. So.
Coach, you look good, but I just can't get over seeing you in the blue.
Color.
How's that transition been?
My wife tells me I look good in blue, so it's been good. The staff's been unbelievable. Coach Hettig is an awesome coach, awesome dude. The whole staff, so it's been a really cool experience so far.
Well, talk a little bit about this year's team. What can we expect from CdM Nation?
I think we're super talented. We have some really good young players. We have some experience coming back. As you know, we weren't in the Sunset League with them last year,
right.
So I don't know them as well as I did 2 years ago. But for the last couple months being there, they're super talented everywhere, really. Got some development to do, but I'm super excited for this season coming up.
So they got you working primarily with the quarterbacks, I understand?
Yeah, so I am working with quarterbacks. I started with the receivers in the spring a little bit, and then kind of transitioned to the quarterbacks, kind of helping Coach Hettig really wherever he needs. And I told him I don't know everything, so I just want to be anything you need me to do right now.
What a great addition to the CdM staff being there.
It's been fun, and it's a learning experience for me too. I've called plays for really the last 18 years, and for me to learn a new offense, which there's some similar stuff with the verbs, the terminology, all that kind of stuff has been awesome.
But it's to the benefit of the Sea Kings, obviously. With Coach Hettig having you there, it's like having another offensive coordinator. I'm sure you've got a lot of ideas, and I'm sure when you guys chop it up in the coach's office, you're probably coming up with really dynamic offense.
Absolutely. We could be there all night, really, just bouncing ideas off each other's heads and, coming up with different things and schemes. And really, we'll introduce a formation and be like, oh, what do you like off of this? How about this? How about that? How about, and then sometimes it's too much. And sometimes we're like, all right, we got to tone it back. We got to cut some stuff out. But no, it's been an awesome experience so far.
So, Coach,
I'm thankful.
You've coached some pretty good quarterbacks. Talk a little bit about Brady, that quarterback you're going to be working with this year.
He's different, and he really is different. He is such a dual threat that he gives us something that we haven't had in a while. That he's going to make more plays after the play breaks down than just drop back type stuff. And don't get me wrong, he can make those plays right away. But just extending plays and scramble, and you think it's dead, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's a big play right there. So he's a special football player.
Well, Coach, we'll let you get back to the festivities. Thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you out on the field again this year. Go Sea Kings.
I got to ask one more question before we wrap this up. Of all the coaches on your staff, who has the best shot of possibly making the PGA Tour?
Well, Coach Hettig thinks he does.
Okay. Well, that's half the battle.
I would say probably either Chad Smith or Aaron Stecker probably would be those guys. But I'm going to have to say Hettig right now because he's here. But, one of those
he
two
is the
guys.
boss, right?
He is the boss, but one of those guys for sure.
Well, like Coach Still said, thank you so much for joining us.
Coach.
Special like this year. We're looking forward to covering you.
I appreciate you guys. So thanks for having me.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Good luck this year.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We are joined by class of '84 Corona Del Mar Sea King legend Jeff Brown, who went on to play collegiately at USC. So fight on. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us today. How was it out on the course today for you?
Well, I'm not a great golfer, just so we all know. Last time I played was about a year ago.
Okay.
Anyways, these guys are all betting on me. They think the under-over for me is 130 or 40.
Is that the front nine or the full course?
It's the full course.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm like, if I were to try and pull out, let's say just a little, like an 8-iron or whatever, I could get under that.
Well, you guys playing
because I'm out here, I never play, so I want to hit as hard as I can.
You playing best ball or just scramble or?
Whatever I did today. But anyway, I just saying myself.
Okay.
Just personally myself.
So did you get under or did it go over?
We never kept score. We because it was best ball.
It's like coming back with all the old Sea Kings here. I mean, that's got to be so much fun.
Well, it is actually. It really is great. I've actually coached a few years after, after college and so forth. I did few years I did the freshman team, so I know some of the kids that I coached. And anyhow,
So talk about your CdM experience. Who did you play for, and what was that whole?
so as a freshman, I played with a guy as a freshman coming in. We had a guy named Rocky Ford, and he was kind of a disciplinarian.
Sounds like
a football name.
Completely. And he was good. Shaved your heads and everything, and but no water. You can't have any water. It's poison back then, right? Which is complete opposite of what you should do. So we we were kind of brainwashed a little bit, So our class went on sophomore years, and I would say, and he actually moved up with his sophomore year, and then he moved up with his junior year.
But you just said something. Your sophomore year, like back in the day, there was a freshman
Sophomore team.
Like those days are long gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
So
like
he followed you all through your career.
They did, yes. And so anyway, and then the coach got fired or whatever, resigned, and then Coach Holland came in for my senior year.
So talk about the Battle of the Bay. What is the meaning of that game?
Well, the Battle of the Bay.
How did it work out for you?
Yeah. Well, as a freshman.
Oh boy, here we
go. As a freshman, we beat Newport Harbor.
Okay.
And then from there, junior and senior year was our varsity, whatever. We did lose. Okay. And my senior year, we lost 7-3.
Oh.
And we had Bobby Hatfield, who got hurt earlier in the year. And our first game of the year, my senior year against Huntington Beach, we beat Danny Thompson, and it was like a big deal. Okay, and so we were 8-0. We were number 1 in the state, and Bobby got hit, and we lost our quarterback, and we had no backup. So when we come back to Newport Harbor, so the comparison of that game was at the end of the year, we didn't have a quarterback that could really.
Had the experience. I mean,
exactly.
You need all that in a big game.
He tried to do it. He did his best,
right.
As a backup. But Bobby was pretty dynamic. I don't know. He could run the ball. He could throw, and so that was And so, like for instance, we beat Huntington Beach in the beginning of the year. Newport Harbor lost. There was a couple games that we would have matched up with when we were at full strength.
Right.
But we lost. So they won. You got to give them the credit.
Sure.
Yeah.
So speaking of other rivalries, Mo here went to UCLA, and in fact, he's wearing his Rose Bowl ring.
Okay.
You being a USC guy.
Got a couple of those.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
How was the rivalry? How did you do in that rivalry in college when it came to USC, UCLA? The years you were there.
Well, we beat UCLA.
Sorry, Mo, I had to ask.
Junior and senior year.
Yeah,
junior and senior year, we had Rodney Pete. They had Toy Aikman. So Toy Aikman never beat us. That's all I know.
Yep.
Okay, and he was very obviously played.
Had James Washington taking that pick 6 to the house, it might have been a different game in '87. And then Affolter allegedly caught the ball.
He caught it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And you played with one of our friends, Bobby Archuleta, who went to USC.
Well, and Affolter, he was my year.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're the same year.
Yep.
With Eric.
So when you chose SC, were there other options, or was that kind of one of those things where
it's interesting. I had some offers.
Romo, you're on the tee.
Cal Poly, some smaller schools, and I just said, I don't want to, unless I'm going to play with the best.
If you're on Lagos 1, check back with me, please.
Whatever mentality. Can I grew up with SC and whatever. So I went to Golden West for 1 semester.
Shouldn't be on 1.
And
guys,
anyway, I ended up going 1 semester and actually had a pretty good year.
I see. You should
played
be on
fullback
Mesa.
and what have you. And then at the end of the semester, I'm like,
Is that Kristen?
I don't know if this is where I want to be. And then
Kristen,
I went to
you guys
SC,
are on Mesa there.
and then I
On
walked
Mesa,
on.
yeah, you're
So I
just on the
walked
wrong
on
side.
to SC,
Okay,
and then I was
just
put
come
on
back this way
scholarship
to
the
the
next
left.
2 years.
Back
See,
this
that's a
way.
great story
Worked out
because you really
already.
encourage
Yeah.
these kids that you don't have to get a D1 scholarship right out of high school.
Nope.
You can go alternate routes. So you went the JUCO route 1 year and parlay that into
One
an SC
semester.
career. 1 semester.
Yeah,
So
1 semester. So I had contacts and whatever, and SC was kind of recruiting me at
Sure.
the time, so I came.
So they
in.
saw, hey, this guy had a pretty good year at Golden West. We need to get him now.
Yeah, I think it was more that I had contacts and with them and so forth.
Yeah, can you help them out
So-
there? They're on
But
Mesa.
no, they did. They actually, I had to earn a scholarship, so I came to SC.
They can go second. No big deal.
And
You'll be
walked
fine.
on my second semester, my freshman year,
Okay.
and then did the spring ball and all that. And anyways, I put on scholarship for 3 years.
So what are you up to now?
What I'm up to, I have a Bell and Brown is a finance company. We do basic investments.
Okay.
With stocks and bonds, and I've been doing that I started in June of '92, And this particular, I was at Smith Barney and
So
a couple
Crum's
other
there.
Royal
You
Bank
can-
of Canada.
Clark,
then
you
I
can go
broke
there with
off
Danny if you want. Chris, you
my
can go
partner
second.
at
That's
Lance
fine
Bell,
with
and
me.
now we manage money. We basically have our own company.
Should I hang on to my
Yeah, they
Tesla
got.
stock?
They just got out.
Tesla, I own it.
They're
I do too.
That'd be so-
I
And that's-
YOLO'd it, so I'm like,
And so you're gonna that Tesla stock is it's
a roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster, and every time he gets on there and he got real political. And
I
all that.
know.
No one likes that. No one likes it, but it's kind of. I would say hold on to it because it's been beat up pretty good, and it's been washed out.
Well, if a financial
Right.
guy's cool
Yeah.
Tesla, then I feel a lot
That's
better about
sound
my
advice.
investment choice.
Well, it's good. I mean, they make they got the robo whatever, and then robo taxis.
Right.
They're gonna. I think it'll be fine, but it's expensive. Anyway.
Yeah, right. It ain't cheap. So if
Yeah.
somebody wants to look into what you do, where would they go? Is there a website, or how would they find you and your services?
That's interesting. We do have a website.
Let's plug it. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, it's Bell and Brown
Okay.
is the website, and I don't even know how up to date the website is, but
But they can
But
look.
they can look you up.
yes, for sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm around.
So last
Yeah.
question before we
Yeah.
let you get back to the festivities.
Yeah.
How did being a Corona Del Mar Sea King prepare you for the real world and the life lessons you learned playing football? at
Well,
Corona Del Mar?
a lot of it is because I had really close friends that I grew up with, and so we stayed very close, and we kind of grew up freshman, sophomore, just like most high school, and so I really, if I look back, those are like my best buddies, and like a lot of these guys, those are your guys, and we, it was a different time, like I said, when we had that freshman coach Rocky Ford, and it was a kind of a different period of time. It was very, like I said, no water, that whole thing, and
Leather helmets?
No,
That's
no, and then
wild.
we had
Yeah.
we had to run. We had to get up before our freshman games, and that whole thing, early in the morning, run. It's like you don't do that. But anyway,
Well, listen, we really appreciate you
Yes.
taking the time to hang out with us,
Yes.
telling your story, and best of luck. And
appreciate it. Thank you.
go Sea Kings.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Yes,
Take care.
absolutely.
Joined here by the boss, head coach Kevin Hettig. Thanks for having us out here today, Coach.
Oh, thanks for coming out.
How'd your golf game go today?
Golf game? It could use a lot of improvement. Not gonna lie, but it was fun to kind of connect with some of these guys that played for us in the past.
Do you know what you actually shot?
I shot an 82.
82.
I missed a lot of makeable putts, but we're gonna let those.
Do you have a handicap?
Yeah, I'm a 9.9.
That's respectable.
Yeah, that's barely
That's very
respectable. But
respectable,
we're
Coach.
gonna go with it. Yeah.
So is this the first time thing? How long have you guys been doing this?
No,
and
it's
who
first-
came up with the idea?
Yeah, first time thing, and we've been kicking around for a few years. And like the first one was just about getting the alumni back, and we leaned on Noah Molnar, who was actually here the year before we got here in 2011. So I think he graduated in 09 or 010. And he rode herd and got the guys in front of him, and we got some guys after him, and it was just a really fun day, just reconnecting with all the people in the community. It was good.
So how's fall camp going? I
Fall
know you're
camp's
early
great.
into it, but talk to us a
I
little
mean,
bit
we're
about
3 days in. Today was our first day in uppers, and it's been great. Like our kids are responding really well, and we like most importantly their attitude and their buy-in.
Lee,
And,
single check back, Lee.
it's been a really good start to fall camp.
Who's been stepping up and really impressing you? I know it's early on, but
Yeah, I mean, you have your normal guys that we know we can lean on, right? Like that just come out with a different look in their eye. Dorsett has been the ultimate team guy to start all through spring and summer. He's been kind of turning into that, and Brady Annetta, our quarterback's been doing a great job. Cash Pearsall on the defensive side has been leading it and getting guys in the right spot. Cannon Cook had a long track season. He just got back at safety, and we're getting some guys back healthy now, which is good. Tucker Murray's about a week or two out. Was an all-league guy last year as a junior in the Bravo
Okay, so
League, but it's
Kristen on
been good.
Mason, now
Good.
we're
So how's the offensive line and the defensive line looking? The trenches where it all takes place.
Obviously, that's where you win and lose football
Second.
games, especially in a league that we're playing in, right? Everybody's good up front.
And then Lee, single.
Those guys are doing a great job. They're a lot faster and stronger than they were a year ago, and it's coming together nice.
has the Battle of the Bay been determined yet? As far I know, you've been weighing Friday,
Yeah,
Saturday. Is that
it's
location?
official now. It's Saturday night. I think Orange Lutheran's playing there on Friday night, and we're Saturday night at 7:30.
Orange Coast or at
Orange Coast.
Okay.
Orange
Whoa.
Coast. Yeah.
All
Orange
right.
Coast. And it's funny because I know there's a lot of back and forth on that, but that was what we always did until 2015 or 16 or whatever it was, and it was historically that's what we did for our home game. Personally as a coach, when we were at Tribuco Hills, we were involved in a rivalry with El Toro, and it was a real rivalry. It was tight games every year, but they played at our home stadium. So when it was their home game, to us it was a home game, right?
Right.
So we're gonna move it over to OCC again. It's been 9 years or whatever, but it's no longer. I mean, look, at CDM we're on the road every week.
Right.
We get on a bus every week and go to wherever we're going, even if it's Davidson, right? Even if it's a home game, and that stadium is amazing and the venue's awesome. But we have a chance to go play at OCC,
which is a great venue.
It's
by
a
the
great
way.
venue,
Well, it's gonna be
and
packed.
we get 2,000 more people in the game, and there's not going to be 1,500 people on the sidelines, and it's going to be it's about that rivalry is amazing, but it's about the game, and we got to keep it about the football game, and that's kind of what we're trying.
That
to do.
atmosphere last year. I mean, you speak about all the people on the sideline. That was
incredible.
incredible.
It was great. It was awesome, and it's a great place for that. That stadium's so great for a high school football game. That being said, what's in between that 50 by 120, that's what matters. And there was a couple plays late, like Giuliano caught a ball on the sideline late, and I think took out a fan, and it's just it's one of those things where we want it to be about the football game, and I think if that's where we got to kind of put our focus on.
All right, most important question.
Okay.
Of your current staff, which coach has the best chance to possibly make it in the PGA Tour?
Oh, it's Stecker for sure.
Stecker, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Brown
Stecker,
said you. Now maybe you're stepping up to the boss.
It's Stecker. It's Stecker. Brown was. I appreciate it by him. I really appreciate that. But it's for sure Stecker. Smooth swing, hits the ball a ton. It's for sure Stecker.
10-year NFL veteran.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. I mean, he's he's an athlete, all that stuff. So
It all goes hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, listen, Coach, we know you got a lot on your plate right now as far as you're hosting this event, but we really appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Best of luck this year. We're going to be watching you.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Good
appreciate
job.
it. All right,
Thanks,
guys.
Coach. Appreciate
All right,
it.
thank you.
We are joined by a CDM legend today, Eric Rask, who went on to play in the Ivy League at Penn, and I believe you actually got some tryouts in the NFL as well, correct?
I had a cup of coffee with the Jaguars, yes.
Okay.
Well, that's more coffee than Dole had with it.
That's more than I had. So how was it being back today with all the old Sea Kings and playing a little golf?
Yeah, it was really, really fun experience. Got to connect with some old friends, see some old coaches. Gotta say, I haven't seen some of these guys in probably 10, 15 years since I'm pretty old at this point.
Well, when
It
did
was
you
very
graduate? Since we'll age you.
2008, I graduated high school.
Okay, and who did you play for?
I played for Dick Freeman,
Okay.
head coach.
I remember him very well.
Yes. Yeah, back in the Pacific Coast League days, actually.
When you guys were unstoppable.
I wouldn't say that, long before the Sunset League days.
Yeah.
So when you went on to play at Penn, how did playing football at CDM prepare you for playing high D1 football in college and eventually getting a tryout in the NFL?
Yeah, great question. Honestly, thinking back to playing football in high school with the guys here at CDM, like more than anything else, I think just getting the experience to play both ways for me very early on. I probably wouldn't have gotten playing at a bigger school at the time when I was in high school. Definitely prepared me. And Southern California football, compared to a lot of other places around the country, it's top notch. Regardless if you're playing Division I or you're playing in, I think we were Division IX at the time back then.
So when you got to Penn, you were kind of like, I got this.
Yeah, it didn't feel uncomfortable.
So Kevin and I are convinced Battle of the Bay is the best rivalry there is.
Yes.
I mean, the passion, the emotion, the intensity, it's very unparalleled, in my opinion.
Hey guys,
How did you do in Battle of the Bay your junior and senior year? And I don't know the answer, so I hope I'm...
Great question. So by the time we got to our junior year, I think Newport Harbor had beat us, might have been close to 10 years. Like they had an incredibly long streak going.
Okay.
They had the bell for close to a decade. Again, I can't quite remember now.
Right.
It's been so long, but we
They're
did
starting to get dusty in their offense.
we did end up beating them our junior year, and that was probably the best memory from my high school football career, was beating them. Wasn't quite the same senior year. They definitely took it back, and
Hey, you did get one.
They
broke the streak.
They waxed us pretty good, but that junior year one was probably my best.
Do you ever run into any of those Newport Harbor guys and still talk about those games?
Not as much anymore because I live up in Los Angeles, so there's not a lot of those just random, like fortuitous run-ins, but definitely bragging rights for sure.
Well, what are you up to nowadays? Now that your playing career's over.
Yeah, so I work at a sports agency in Los Angeles called Clutch Sports.
Okay, you got a website you want to plug or anything?
People can check it out. Clutch Sports.
And what do you do exactly for them? Are you recruiting like NFL kids? Or?
Our agency represents a lot of NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball players on the athlete side. I sit in the Global Partnerships division, so our clients are the actual pro sports teams. and we help them source their crown jewel sponsors. So think like jersey sponsorships for NBA teams, naming rights to stadiums, things of that nature.
And how did you stumble along that career? I mean, that's an interesting career path.
Yeah, great question. So when I went to Penn, I was fortunate to be admitted into the business school there. So that was part of the reason why I decided to
So
go
you
to
attended
Penn.
Wharton?
Attended Wharton.
Wow.
Hey, jeez.
I know some 4.6
Yeah.
GPAers who can't get
Wow.
into Wharton.
That's impressive.
So I attended Wharton. Very fortunate.
She had a nice
that,
resume.
that football helped me get in and attend that school, and had a great playing career at Penn. Obviously, was an athlete my whole life, and it was literally as simple as I'm an athlete. I love sports, and I have a business degree. How do I merge the two? Landed on sports business, and one thing led to the next, and ended up working in global partnerships pretty much my entire career.
Clearly, with the Penn degree, you know how to make things work. So, well, listen, we want to thank you for spending some time with us, telling your story. Any shout outs you'd like to give?
Shout out my brother Kevin Rask as well, twin brother who played with me all 4 years at Corona Del Mar. Hunter Alder, who I just played with, and JP Gormley as well, as part of this foursome, as well as Hunter's dad, Corey Alder. We had an awesome day.
Nice.
Thank you so much for joining us, Eric. We'll let you get back to the festivities.
Awesome.
Wish you all the best. Clutch Sports. Take care.
Appreciate it. Yes.
All right, good job, man.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Eric.
That was fun.
Joined by legend Bo St. John, class of 2015 at CdM. He also played in that championship game where you guys were the first team in the history of California to go 16-0 in 2013 when you were a junior.
Yep.
So how was it being out here today, golfing, catching up with your old friends and seeing everybody?
It was great. This is the first annual, hopefully of many. But between boosters, parents that I know, and then of course fellow alumni that I played with that are older, younger, it's been a great catching up.
Really a sense of family out here, isn't there?
Absolutely. I think that's one of the special things about the program. A lot of guys that grew up together, played together, older, younger. Everyone has siblings that know each other, and so it's been a great day. Catching up with a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while, whether they're local or coming in and traveling. But yeah, it's been a great day.
Be honest. What did you shoot? Oh man, he swallowed. You see that?
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of golf. I shot an 83 today, which is not bad for me. Yeah, I'd say not a bad round for the day.
So talk about how being a Sea King and playing football in that program prepared you for life after high school and college and ultimately your career.
Yeah, I think again the community aspect to it. It's I grew up with probably 90% of the guys that I played with at CdM, and those that came before us, those that came after us, and then the coaching staff with Kevin Hettig, Dan O'Shea, who's there, and Scott Meyer when I was there. You can't ask for a better coaching staff. I'd say they're arguably the best in the country, if not the state. So the lessons you learn going throughout high school, you build on those into college and beyond into your professional life and personal life. So I tell people I couldn't ask for a better high school experience,
right?
Both from a football and success perspective, but also the personal side of things, the relationships, the lessons you learn. So couldn't have asked for a better experience.
So one of the questions we're asking all our guests, and we don't know the answers ahead of time.
Yeah.
How did you do in Battle of the Bay your junior and senior year?
Lucky to say that won both of those.
Okay.
My sophomore year, we lost a close one. And I think that obviously fueled us not only that year, but kind of the trend. As I was growing up, I have several older sisters that went to CdM. And so, when I was growing up as a little kid, Newport Harbor dominated that series, and we were able to flip the switch.
Was that the year they threw that bomb, like at the very end of the game?
My sophomore year was when they, it happens.
They
won it. It happens. But yeah, so my junior year at OCC, we were able to flip the switch, and I think we went on a 10-year run.
Yes.
Starting my junior year, and so luckily, senior year, we were able to pull out wins.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what are you up to nowadays?
I'm still local, which again I think is a pretty cool part of just the community aspect to the program. There's a lot of us that stay local and are still close, but I'm living in CDM, working in commercial real estate, and
You want to give the company a plug real quick? Or?
Jupiter Holdings. It's a small firm, but yeah, we're local, right by Fashion Island, and love again to continue to support the CDM football program, and yeah, can't complain.
I don't think we even brought it up, and this is kind of my bad. You played at SC briefly.
Right.
Talk a little bit about the college experience.
I did. I ended up playing just my freshman year. Great experience. Obviously, a step up. You know, I couldn't have asked for a better high school experience. You know, at what I would consider the top level, but it's another step up once you get to definitely a program like USC. Have made some great friends through that process, and you just get to experience what top level Division I football kind of is all about.
So what advice would you give to any current Sea King playing football right now who wants to go play at the next level?
Well, first off, I'd say enjoy the process. You know, I think even I caught myself, you know, back when I was at CDM, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday practices, and you're in the grind of things, and you almost take things for granted in terms of being with your buddies and practicing, being outside. But I'd say keep your head down, stay disciplined, continue to work. You know, it's a little bit cliche, but that's really what is going to get you to the next level. And regardless of your, you know, athletic ability, those are the kind of attributes that are going to continue to bring you success at the next level. So,
Well, listen, we really appreciate you taking the time with us, telling us your story. Wish you nothing but the best of luck, and look forward to watching the CdM this year.
absolutely, go Sea Kings.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thank you guys.
Okay, so we have a very special guest with us today, Ethan Garbers. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ethan. How'd it go out on the golf course for you today?
Really well, actually. Our team played well. I think we might be able to win this thing, but it's a lot of fun being out here.
Are you much of a golfer?
Yeah, I'm a big golfer, actually.
Okay.
I grew up playing a lot. My dad played in college, and, you know, I really was pretty fond of it growing up and had some good buddies that I could play with. So, yeah, I'm a very avid golfer.
So be honest, what did you shoot?
68,
Wow.
Oh, man.
What's his course, 71 or 72?
72.
So you're 4 under.
Yes, I was.
Wow.
You notice how the quarterbacks are the best
quarterback-
athletes in everything? I heard
yeah.
Brady Annette got the long drive. Apparently,
I heard you got
closest
close to the hole, right?
Did I?
I heard Brady
That's the
got the
rumor.
long drive,
It was
and
like
the rumor
our-
was like you were close to the hole.
I hit one like that was pretty close on like our second hole today.
What's your favorite club to hit with?
That's a good question. I'd say 9-iron.
9-iron.
I think
Wow.
it's just one that I use the most. and
Mine is 4.
have a good feel for it. Yeah.
Wow.
So one of the questions we're asking all our guests is, how did you do in Battle of the Bay your junior and senior year?
Really good. we dominated them. I mean, all 4 years I was there. I mean, we were part of that. I think it was. I think we got to 10 wins in a row. You know, for 10 years.
Right.
And I was part of like that. My brother was first. He won all 4 years, and then I won all 4 years there. So I mean, it was great. You know, we always didn't like playing those guys, but it was always a fun game. And always lived up to the.
Did you ever run into any of them after high school?
A couple here. Not really. No, a couple people here and there, but
Because it's one of the most unique rivalries in all the United
Yeah.
States. It's just wonderful.
we just were never really close. You know, with any Newport Harbor kids at the time, growing up.
Let me ask you this, and you know, you've played in a couple of big rivalry games.
Yeah.
The Battle of the Bay, SC UCLA.
Yeah.
Which is the better feeling after a win? And I know this is a CDM thing. There's no right or wrong answer.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I kind of grew up just not really that big of an SC fan. I was
But
always
I'm a hater
kinda
too. Don't worry. You can say it.
rooting for the other side.
Yeah,
but,
right.
You know that my junior year getting the win at the Coliseum was pretty cool, and I think that was a great experience. But I'd say I'd have to probably pick UCLA on that one. Even though I love Battle of the Bay and love the Sea Kings, it was a lot of fun. But that's a good one.
How's my guy Russell Weir? Speaking of CDM, how's Russell Weir doing? Has he got a future? I mean, I know
Yeah,
he got in
100%.
last year as a true freshman on special
100%,
teams. He's
yeah.
doing well.
He's a beast. When I was there, he was great, and you know, just kind of the classic CDM kid coming in, you know, working his tail off, doing really well. I mean, he should start on probably core 4 special teams this year, which is great. I mean, getting on the field and playing for him, and then hopefully in a couple more years he can sprinkle in some receiver and keep playing special teams. I mean, he's got a real shot for sure. He's a hardworking kid.
So, what advice would you give to a current high school football player who wants to play Division I football?
I would say, you really gotta be able to do the work, and I mean, it's not easy at all. It's a tough schedule. It's a tough life. I mean, it's not for everybody. There's only a certain amount of people who make it every year. I mean, it's one advice I can give is do good in school and just work your tail off. I mean, that's all you really can do at the end of the day.
I know this is a CDM thing, but I got to throw one more UCLA question in. How are my Bruins going to be this year?
I think they're going to be pretty good. Coach Foster, second year on the job, I think he's kind of turning it around. We're getting some NIL support from the alumni and some kids have transferred in. I mean, the offensive staff I was with there last year, they're all gone except for Neuheisel, who's still there. I mean, he'll be there forever. But
Jerry.
Yeah, exactly. Love him. But I think they're going to be pretty good. They got Nico transferring. Obviously, I've heard nothing but good things from them. So I think it's going to be a good year for them. They got a tough schedule, but we've always played tough schedules.
So when your career finally comes to an end, have you thought about what you want to do? Would you ever come back and coach? Is that...
I haven't really given it much thought at this point. I think I do. I love football a lot, and I want to be around it as long as possible. And maybe that could go into coaching, but I mean, I think definitely I could maybe get into high school coaching, but I don't know.
I'm sure CDM can find a spot for you in the roster.
Yeah, you'd think, right?
I would love to do that. That'd be awesome. Kind of full circle moment.
Nice.
Well, Ethan, thank you so much for being with us today. We'll let you get back to the festivities. We wish you all the best. Really appreciate you taking time to talk to us.
Yeah, thank you guys so
Good job,
much.
man. Thank you.
Go Sea Kings.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Go Sea
Ethan.
Kings. Go Bruins.